Welcome to Mission Trails Regional Park, the destination of this video. Join me, Teddy Scott, as I take you through a tour of the Visitor Center. I'll first start by going over the background and why I chose Mission Trails for this video. Mission Trails Regional Park is located in East County, San Diego. See a full map of Mission Trails Regional Park, which includes Fortuna Mountain, Mission Gorge, Cowles Mountain, the highest point in San Diego, and Lake Murray. The visitor center is also marked on this map. The reason why I picked Mission Trails for this project is because it's a place that's very special to me because I went there growing up as a kid, like very often because I grew up in East County. Here you can see a bulletin board, which is located right by the parking lot. On this board, the park rangers will put information for visitors like safety regulations, upcoming events, that sort of thing. On the walk up to the visitor center, there are various sculptures of animals native to the park, and some of them, they're speakers that have the actual sound of the animal. As I reach the entrance of the visitor center, our tour can begin in earnest. Once inside, you can see the gift shop and the front desk. The first part that we're going to check out is the Kumeyaay Elder recording.
We are the Kumeyaay Elders. This was our tribal land. We invite you to learn about our culture through the exhibits and in the library at this center, and in the various educational programs available here in Mission Trails.
There's a library located in the visitor center down this hallway. On the wall, you can actually see old pictures of Mission Trails. Here you can see the inside of the library. If you go out a door in the back of the library, you'll find a native plant garden. Next up is the Kumeyaay exhibit. Here you can see an assortment of photographs of members of the Kumeyaay Nation. Here you can see various natural resources that were put to good use by the Kumeyaay people. Here are a few handmade items created by the Kumeyaay. Here are some items that the Kumeyaay people use for entertainment. Here we see a map that shows how much land the Kumeyaay had in San Diego. Here we see a map of trade routes that the Kumeyaay used when trading with other natives. The next part is the wildlife exhibit. This next part was one of my favorite parts at the visitor center growing up. Listen to this. After walking through what I always called the animal tunnel, you, you can see a great view of mission trails. Here's a neat little illustration of what you can see out the window. Here's an art piece showing various animals that live in mission trails. Here's a display showcasing various reptiles and amphibians that live in the park. Here's a little trivia game about mission trails animals. Here's another interactive component. This time it's about the various habitats that we have in San Diego. Here's a display about bobcats. This last display is about coyotes, which I've actually seen in the wild. Firstly, there's still some stuff that I left out from the tour because I want you to experience it for yourself. I believe I made the correct decision by choosing Mission Trails for my project. It was a good taste of nostalgia to go back to a place where I spent so much time growing up. And while I covered the visitor center, I barely even touched on the various hikes of Mission Trails. That just about wraps things up for this video. Thank you very much for watching